c'est parti. Sauf papa.
Maman veut pas qu'on joue de banjo ici. Maman veut pas qu'on joue de banjo ici. Ah oui, mais même si maman veut pas du banjo, non, maman veut pas qu'on joue de banjo ici.
Hi, Peter here. Baron and I are from Superfoods, and we're going to show you how to make some amazing raw food treats. We're at beautiful Monkey Valley today. The whales are in the bay. It's a stunning day, and we're looking forward to sharing some amazing recipes with you.
Yeah, the best thing about being a raw food chef is that we get to prepare the food outside. We're not cooped up in the kitchen, so let's have a go at it.
Ingredients we'll be using for our green smoothie today are pretty much most of what's on this amazing tray here. We've got some sorrel, which is this has all been freshly picked from the garden. Sorrel is an amazing, slightly lemony flavored green. Excellent green, and you want to get a wide variety of greens in your superfood green smoothie. The more variety of greens, the more array of nutrients you're going to get, the wider array of nutrients. One of these bushes could feed someone like constantly for salad. Look at the size of it. And it keeps getting bigger. Last time was here, it was a little smaller. This extra sorrel. Oh my gosh, it tastes just like a lemon. Well, not as strong as lemon, but wow.
Lemon flavor. You don't need lemons for the smoothie sorrel.
No. Beetroot green's amazing. Not really for everyday eating, but good occasionally. It's actually technically spinach, but it grows out of beetroot. It's another form of spinach. Okay, I've got a few salad leaves. There's a few of the green leaves of the baby cabbage. Those are amazing for our smoothie as well. And these greens will eventually turn brown anyway once the cabbage gets bigger, so it's really not going to harm the plant in any way. But they're amazingly nutrient dense leaves, and they get huge, so they can really fill up a salad or a green smoothie. Look at that though. Strong, vigorous, amazing green. Wow, awesome.
That's going to go so nicely in there.
And that's pretty much the foundation of our smoothies.
These are absolutely divine as well. We picked some of these too. These are spring onions and some garlic chives, and you can break these up and put them over a salad. They're just so stunning.
Yeah. And that's the lot for today. Awesome.
Let's head back into the kitchen.
I'd make it. Let's get into smoothie making then. Smoothie making is one of the easiest things you can do straight away at home to get into the art of nutritional food preparation for yourself that's quick, easy, and really inexpensive. Okay, so the most important thing actually about our smoothies is the base. The base is fundamental in making an ultimate smoothie. And that base has to be water. It's not dairy, it's not cream, it's not ice cream, it's got to be water. Our bodies are mostly water. We want to get that reflection in the food we eat. Now, you want to get the highest quality clean water you can use. My ultimate water is always natural spring water collected straight from the source. That's the earth's water, and the earth's put all her energy and all her nutrients in that water for us to assimilate. And we've got some amazing high quality spring water that I've just collected myself from a spring just down the road in Newlands, which is spectacular water. Okay, so let's get the spring water into the jug so we can get our smoothie on the go. Okay, so we have some amazing spring water here. I keep it in glass, it tends to last longer in glass. And we're just going to fill up the jugs with the spring water. So now that we've got the spring water in, let's add all the rest of the ingredients.
First up, we're going to add some of these delicious green leaves. Start with the sorrel. Some into here.
You're just going to throw your leaves in, pick them straight out the garden, just throw them in.
What else do we have? Let's put in a cabbage leaf.
Cabbage, excellent.
Some of these beetroot greens. Swiss chard. We even picked some dandelion, wild dandelion. That's delicious.
That grows in most people's garden. Most people think dandelion's a weed.
That's it. Okay.
And depending on what kind of blender you have, if it's not such a high power one, you may want to chop your greens up a little bit just so they're in smaller pieces so your blender can whiz it up easier. The greens are going to give us the nutrient dense, chlorophyll rich, vitamin and mineral dense goodness, and then the fruit is going to give us a bit of sweetness to balance off the greens so that we like drinking the smoothie, because you're not going to make a green smoothie and not enjoy it. You're really going to like it, and that's how you get into this. You don't get into this by going, I really hate drinking this. You get into this going, I love my smoothie in the morning. Okay.
Next up, we've got some dates. That's to sweeten it as well. So a handful of pitted and organic dates, sulfur dioxide free.
Okay.
What's next? I'm going to chop up a pear quickly.
Remember, we want to make sure that our fruit is organic where possible. We don't have to get all the pesticides in with our smoothie. That doesn't make the best smoothie ever.
Okay, so some nice fresh pear in there and a handful of bananas.
Now, one of the tricks you can do if you like a smoothie that's slightly colder is you can take your bananas and you can actually freeze them by peeling them first and then putting them in a freezer bag, popping them in a deep freeze, and then within a day they'll be solid, and then you'll have more of an ice cream smoothie. So one of the ingredients I've forgotten to add in, which we still need to add in, is just a pinch of rock salts. That's really just a little bit. You don't want your smoothie to be salty. We like Himalayan rock salt because it's a natural form of salt that hasn't been processed in any way. But you can also get natural sea salt. Any natural sea salt, as long as it's not iodidated or processed, is amazing. What that's going to do for your smoothie is just give it a bit of extra flavor, some extra minerals, and make it very absorbable and digestible. Okay, so we've done that now. Another thing to remember.
Yeah, these peels and scraps that we've got left over, we're going to throw into this bowl, hand it over to Lexi a little bit later, and she's going to use it in her worm farms.
Worms love to eat your leftovers, so don't throw them in the bin. And then we're just going to whiz it up. Voila! Breakfast is served.
Super green sludge.
Now, for those who are concerned by the color of the smoothie, you have to realize that green is good and it's going to taste amazing. So once you get over the thought that green doesn't taste nice and you actually allow the delicious flavor of the smoothie to settle on your taste buds, then you get another treat.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, that's amazing. Cool. Anyone else? Yeah. Timmy, you want to try some? Sure. Yeah, I'll bring up all those cups.
Hey.
So Milton has joined us to do a taste test on our green smoothie to see what he thinks about it. And he's the operations manager in Monkey Valley. Are you ready to give this a try?
Wow, I don't see why not.
Okay, well there you go. Grab that and
Thank you.
see what you think.
Jeez, which school of cooking did you guys go to?
Hey.
It's delicious.
The school of uncooking.
Thank you, this is perfect.
So should I tell you what's in there?
Do you have more? What is
About
this?
it. We used a whole bunch of green leaves,
Okay.
sorrel and
Those
spinach, all these leaves. Blended it all up with some fresh spring water and some pear and banana. That's it.
Unbelievable.
So
Thank you.
there we go. And it took us 5 minutes.
That's stunning, really. Just wait I go through this one.
Okay, he's gonna finish it first.
Well done, this is very good.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got one more smoothie to make, and the next one we're going to make is very similar to the green smoothie we've just made, but we're going to add a few extra special things to increase the nutrient density and make us feel the best ever and amazing. So let's start where we left off, which was fresh spring water in the jug. We're just
add
going
in the greens.
the rest of the greens, add those back in.
We've got the sorrel and the spinach.
Spinach, sorrel, that,
Cabbage and some beetroot greens.
cabbage, beetroot greens,
And then we've got this nice fresh mint, which I'm just going to pull the leaves off the stalk.
a bit of a minty flavour.
There we go.
Excellent. Okay, so that's the greens again. And then we want to put the sweet fruit in, so we've got the pears and we've got the bananas again. A few dates. Dates are going to add a bit of natural sweetness. If you don't like dates or you don't have any dates, you can also use some raw honey. That's also a really good sweetener for your smoothies. Make sure it is raw. A lot of honeys are heat processed in order to make them all taste the same, so there's no difference. So check in the shop. If it doesn't say raw, ask someone if it's raw.
A nice big teaspoon of raw honey.
Ooh, excellent.
In it goes.
Okay, so we've got the raw honey, we've got the sweetener, we've got the fruit, we've got the greens. Pinch of salt. Excellent. Next we're going to add some superfoods. So where should we start?
I think let's start with goji berries.
Okay, so the first one we got is the red goji berry from China. They are the top nutritional food in Chinese medicine and have been there for around 5,000 years. So there's a lot of history behind this particular food. These are dried in China and sent over to us here in South Africa. We're starting to grow them, but they take a little while to grow. We're just going to add a few of those in. The goji berry is a really powerful food for vitamin C, for antioxidants to stop us from rusting from the inside out. It also has a complete protein in it, which means you actually get all your protein from a goji berry. Well, not just one, maybe a couple, but it has all your essential proteins in it. Okay, next.
How about some cinnamon?
Excellent idea. Okay, so we've added a little bit of cinnamon in there, and cinnamon is a really good thing for your smoothies when they're sweet because it mops up the sugar in a similar way to insulin. So if you are a bit sensitive to sweetener, always add a dash of cinnamon, and that's just going to help your body deal with the sugars better.
The other thing that cinnamon's good for is to help you concentrate. So if you're studying, have a smoothie with lots of cinnamon in it.
Next ingredient, we have some green powder here. So green powder is, if you don't have access to all the fresh greens and you want to have that green boost in your smoothie, you can just get a powder form from any health shop and then add a teaspoon of that into your smoothie. And that's a very easy way to do it if you've run out of fresh greens.
This particular one over here has organic wheat in it, barley grass, alfalfa grass, and it has it has 7 sea vegetables and chlorella. So you're getting a huge dose of minerals and vitamins in this teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of green powder.
Okay. And it's got a beautiful emerald green color to it. Very nutrient dense. Next we've got some raw chocolate. Now I'm sure we're going to spend a lot more time on raw chocolate and talking about raw chocolate, but simply put, everyone on the planet eats chocolate and no one actually eats it. Chocolate in its raw organic form is very rare. Most of it gets heat processed into chocolate bars that you're used to seeing. And what we've got at the moment is raw cacao that comes from Ecuador, and it's an amazing form of chocolate that grows on a jungle tree, and it's harvested, dried out and sent to us without any heat processing, without any chemicalization, without any trans fats added, without any dairy added, without any sugar added, just the pure chocolate bean the way nature intended. And that stuff is amazing. The reason why raw cacao is great, just quickly, magnesium, one of the strongest food sources in magnesium. Magnesium is very important for the heart and for our blood. Also very high in antioxidants. The goji berry is high in antioxidants, but raw chocolate is even higher in antioxidants. So it stops you from aging prematurely. And another really good thing about raw chocolate is it makes us feel good because it allows the good neurochemicals that are naturally in our brain to float around for longer. And most ladies know that when you're feeling a bit depressed or down, what do you eat? Chocolate.
Let's get it open.
So just to say again, raw chocolate is amazingly healthy. It is the healthiest natural form of chocolate you can get. So this raw cacao that we get comes from Ecuador. It's a certified organic fair trade farm there, and they just produce the most amazing variety of cacao. It forms only about 1% of the world crop in cacao, and we're very fortunate to have a supplier like that that gives us such a high quality product. And these are just nibs, which are slightly purple in color. Raw cacao is a purple fruit. Most people think of chocolate as being brown. It's actually a purple fruit. I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there. A chocolate smoothie.
Yep.
Healthy.
The other thing you can do with the chocolate nibs is you can add them at the end. So once we've blended everything up, you could add the chocolate beans last and leave them crunchy in the smoothie, so you have like a chocolate chip smoothie.
Okay, and now lastly we get to the top superfood of Southern Africa. And the cacao is the top superfood of Central America. The goji berry is the top superfood from China. And then Southern Africa's top superfood is this gargantuan green in front of us here. This is an Aloe Ferox leaf. And Aloe Ferox grows naturally around Cape Town, all the way up the coast, pretty much throughout South Africa and Southern Africa. Now you can get aloe products that you can add to your smoothies. I prefer to go to nature and get the food directly, and fresh aloe is incredible in your smoothie. You need to know how to work with it though. First thing is how to pick it. Now when you harvest your aloe, remember you've got to find an Aloe Ferox plant, and those are the big aloes that grow up towards the sun with spikes on the leaf and sometimes the big red flowers. And then you want to take the leaves from the bottom of the aloe, not the top. If you take from the top, you're going to kill the plant. So the bottom leaves, you'll notice they're brown ones. Those are the old ones that shrivel up. You really want to get an aloe leaf that's just about to start going brown. That's the perfect time to pick it. That's when it's ripe. Why is aloe amazing? Aloe's got a huge array of vitamins and minerals as a natural food. It's also incredible for the digestive system to help us deal with cope with digesting our food and just normalize our digestive function. It's also really good for plant sugars, long chain plant sugars that our brain needs. Very good anti-parasitic food. Many reasons why this is an amazing superfood.
It's good for the skin.
Also incredible for the skin. It's good for the skin from the inside out. So now we're going to show you how to fillet it.
First things first, watch out for the spikes.
Watch out for the
They're
spikes.
sharp. So we're going to trim the spikes away. And then very gently, and taking a really sharp knife, just running it along the inside of the skin and peeling the hard green skin away from the soft white gel. And the white gel is what is going to go into the smoothie. And what you'll also notice is when you pick the aloe, you'll find that these yellow bitters pour out of it, and you can see there's just a little bit left over here. They're called bitters or aloe bitters for a reason. They're really, really bitter. So you don't want to be eating those. So once we've finished filleting it, I'm just going to wash it off in a bowl of cold water. Get that bitter taste away from our smoothies.
You can see from this piece that you've got the green leaf on the outside, and then you got the inside. That's really what we want in the smoothie. And then in between is where the yellow bitters come out. And that stuff is an incredible laxative. It's one of the strongest natural laxatives you can get, that yellow liquid. So if you do want to collect that, you can keep that. And if ever you want to really blast everything out of your system, if you're a bit backed up, that is the stuff to use. Okay, so look at that. That's incredible. Fresh aloe chunk that we've just harvested from my garden this afternoon. And that's going to go straight in there. And that's about plenty for a smoothie. You want to start off a little slow with the aloe, with all the superfoods, see how you like the taste, and then increase your quantity. So when you start eating superfoods and including them in your diet, you really want to start slow and then build it up gradually. See how your body reacts to it. You may feel amazing, you may have some detox reactions, but it's about starting slow and then building it up. Things like the aloe are also slightly bitter, and that taste could put you off. So start with less aloe, see if it tastes nice, and then add a little bit more. At the end of the day, it's about how you feel and what your body feedback is about and what your body is telling you. And that's what the beauty of eating food this way is. Your body starts to tell you what it wants again.
Should we blend this one up?
Blend it up.
Okay, lids on tight. And there we go.
Just smooth it out. Voila, we're done. Let's pour it and see.
This one looks more like the mud pond.
It does.
Man,
Whoa.
that's potent.
So now you'll notice the color is a little bit brown. The reason why it's got that color is the goji berries add a redness to the green, and when you mix red and green you end up with brown. But what you've got here is also something that's far stronger in flavor with a much more of a kick. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Should we find someone to try it out on? Okay, so we're going to test it out on you, Charlie.
Excellent.
Now there's not allowed any biased feedback. You have to give us your honest opinion.
Sure.
If you don't like it, you have to say so.
The truth will set us free.
Aloe Ferox is amazing.
It's got a kick.
Yeah.
And you can taste the cinnamon too.
See, what happens is the smoothie's got so many flavors that it's a bit overwhelming.
Sure. Makes you feel a bit high, you know?
We can do.
Yeah.
We did add a lot of the superfoods in, so that's
Okay, but it's delicious. If I could eat some more of these, I'm very happy.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Does anyone else want to try some? Yeah, that really is good though.
Cinnamon's there and the goji berries are happening.
Can I have this?
Alright, now we've all had a taste of a delicious green and a green superfood smoothie. Everyone's feeling really awake, really energized, and really excited about the possibilities that have presented themselves here with this amazingly simple thing. And it really is just so easy to do. We just picked the stuff out of the garden less than an hour ago. We threw it all in a blender with some amazing water, some fruit, and blended it up. Anyone can do this. Even if you don't pick it out of your garden, you can just go to your local store, get some organic produce, and blend it up at home. One thing I will say about the smoothie is some people think that they can't have breakfast as a smoothie because it's too light. If you include the superfoods in a smoothie the way we've done with this one, sometimes people can go hours on that. I normally have the smoothie at 10 in the morning and I won't need to eat again until 3 in the afternoon. It's that nutrient dense that it fills you up and it lasts you throughout the day. So get making smoothies and enjoy.
Alright, well that's it for this week. So we look forward to seeing you again next week with more exciting, delicious raw food recipes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's amazing.